Nos encontramos en el desayuno de prensa de la presentación de Alicia en el País de las Maravillas, que va a ser presentada en el Teatro Colón por este maravilloso ballet.
Agradezco, yo me retiro.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Wheeldon. I'm the choreographer of Alice in Wonderland. It's a great honor for us to be here at this incredible, historic, and very, very beautiful theatre. It's the end of a season of beautiful opera houses for us. We started a few weeks ago in Milan with Alice at La Scala, and have since been in a couple of also in Vienna with another production, but it's really been an exciting and much anticipated visit for us to come here to Cologne and work with wonderful Julio. Julio and I go way back to Julio, of course, was a huge star in New York as I was coming up as a dancer, and we had the chance to work together a little bit, which was a lovely experience. But now, of course, to be able to come here and support him and the company bringing this huge production, I think as he said, it involves all of the house.
Hi, Joby. Hi, Christopher. I'm Nadia. I'm a dancer. I have the DVD, de Alice, and switched to Spanish for all. Mi pregunta es para Christopher como coreógrafo. Sé que el sombrerero hace tap, y mi pregunta es si primero vos pensaste quiero que el personaje haga tap y pediste crearme una música para eso, o si la música te inspiró a que ese personaje haga tap. ¿Y qué fue lo más desafiante con los bailarines acá en Argentina, teniendo en cuenta todos los lenguajes que maneja el ballet, ¿no? Que tiene árabe, contemporáneo, zapateo, no solo clásico?
The role of the Mad Hatter was created specifically for Stephen McRae. I'm sure you saw on the DVD, who is an excellent tap dancer, and I knew that before we started to work on Alice. So it was really specifically. You have, when you make a ballet, you have no idea that there will be perhaps one day 9 productions of this ballet, so you're thinking very specifically in that moment, what is going to be exciting and unique for this production in this house. And so we decided to make the Hatter a tapper, and I'll answer the second part of your question and then pass it to Joby to talk about the music. But actually, usually when a production, a company is going to perform Alice, we, about 6 months ahead of time, ask the team to put up a sign-up sheet on the board. Anyone that is in the company that can tap dance, they can put their name up here, and then we do a small audition within the company to find the dancers. And here in Buenos Aires, we had more successful tap dancers than anywhere else in the world.
Wow.
There were quite a few dancers in the company who were able to submit their tap, and it was very good. Some places we actually have to teach a dancer from the day one to actually tap dance to do this role, and usually that's has varying levels of success. But here we're very lucky. We have 2 excellent, 3 I think actually, tappers, and let's just say that our first cast, Hatter, is also our second cast, Queen of Hearts. So She has a lot of work to be doing over the next few weeks. She's amazing. I would just like to say another huge thank you to Julio for bringing this production down. I know you worked very, very hard to get everything here, all the pieces of Wonderland, and so now we hope that over the next few days that we can do a really good job to bring Wonderland to life here at Teatro. So the production really comes complete from this one comes from Sweden and Copenhagen, Denmark. It's a co-production between the two. Over the years, we've been making adjustments to the length of the piece, making some minor cuts. When we first presented Alice, we presented it as a 2-act production, but then we divided into 3 over time, and we've been sort of going back and forth between which works best. This production actually is slightly adjusted. So we've taken the running time down just a little bit, and made some small trims to work with the public in mind here. But it's really the challenge really has been just getting this size of production, getting all of the pieces here in one piece, and not giving the technicians too much trouble here and having to fix things up, because it's a long journey, obviously. But I think the company have adapted really, really well to the choreography, and my hope, we'll see it over the next couple of days, is that the trims have actually just made the whole thing run a little bit more smoothly and a little bit shorter. When we started to work on the designs with Bob Crowley, the brilliant British set designer, we wanted to find a visual identity for this production that felt very true to the original Victorian aesthetic of Lewis Carroll, but also that felt very contemporary and fresh and vibrant in its use of color. Alice is often associated as much with the Disney cartoon as it is the original novel, and of course you have the Tenniel, Sir John Tenniel illustrations for the novel, which were quite grotesque and violent in some ways. So really finding a way to take some ideas from all of these interpretations of Alice and find a new visual inspiration. And Bob decided to look at the toys that belong in the nursery of a Victorian child's childhood. So building blocks and the crochet, the sort of crochet sampler of a house, and historic items that he could use as inspiration to then find this new language. Was inviting both to an audience that knows ballet very well, giving them enough content to be satisfied, but bigger than that, actually open the doors to an audience perhaps that might not usually go to the ballet. There is always a little bit of a mystique around ballet, I think, for non-dance lovers, that they're not going to understand it or be in some way intimidated perhaps by what they're seeing. And Alice is a very inviting story. It's a classic. Most everybody knows it. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Most everybody knows a version of Alice in Wonderland. So for me, it was important thinking about the attention of a contemporary audience. What do I love about theatre? What do I love about musicals? I also work in musical theatre. What if we create something that feels like a combination of something more popular, something more populist like a musical and a ballet? Like, you know, I think for some people that was the end of the world, because it in some ways takes away a little bit of that rarefied mystery. But for me, if it means we get more people into the theatre to see ballet and fall in love with ballet and begin their journey, maybe seeing other ballets in the future, then why not actually create a ballet with this purpose? Not just to make a big ballet that impresses, you know, the originally established audience, but also makes something that throws the doors open a little bit, throws the windows open a little bit, captures some more of the more dynamic elements that you see in design, in musicals, using now of course film and video is used a lot in theatre, but actually when we made Alice, it hadn't been used so much before at the ballet, so taking the ideas of new technology and also combining that with the craftsmanship of the painters and the scenic builders. Really using all of the resources at hand to make something that feels, yes, classic and in some ways old-fashioned, based on an old-fashioned model, but with a dynamic, progressive, forward-thinking energy that perhaps would appeal to a different type of audience.